Hey everyone, welcome back to another quiz. Today it's time to find out how well you know your South African sport. Be warned, it's a tough quiz. Anything more than 8 out of 10 and you've done really, really well. Let us know how you get on in the comments. Ready? Here we go. Question 1. Who scored the very first goal for Bafana Bafana upon South Africa's readmission to international football in the 1990s? Who scored our very first goal upon readmission to international football in the 1990s? Time's up. You get the point if you said Dr. Khumalo. Dr. Khumalo scored for us. It was from the penalty spot, a match against Cameroon, a friendly international played in Durban in July of 1992. Dr. Khumalo gets you the point. Question 2. Cricket. Which other country did former South African cricket captain Clive Rice also represent in international cricket? This is a tough one. Which other country did former South African cricket captain Clive Rice also represent in international cricket? Surprise, Scotland. Well done if you got the point. Scotland, the answer to question 2. Question 3, it's rugby. Who succeeded Francois Pienaar as captain of the Springboks? Who succeeded Francois as captain of the Springboks? The answer, of course, Gary Teichmann. Gary Teichmann took over from legendary Springbok rugby captain Francois Pienaar, who skippered us to our first ever Rugby World Cup win in 1995. We're on to question 4 now, dealing with golf. At which course did Gary Player win the first of his 9 major golf titles? At which course did he win the first of those 9 majors? The answer, question 4, Muirfield. It was Muirfield in Scotland in 1959 when he won the Open Championship, the first of Gary's 9 majors. Question 5, we return to rugby. Who was the Springboks assistant coach when they won the Rugby World Cup in 2007? Who was the Boks assistant coach in 2007? We all know Jake White was the coach. Who was his assistant coach? Time's up. The point is yours if you said Alistair Coetzee. He would later go on to be Bok coach in his own right, but he was the official assistant coach to Jake White when the Boks won the second of their Rugby World Cup titles in Paris in 2007. Alistair Coetzee. Question 6, we return to football. Who were South Africa's opponents in their first ever FIFA Soccer World Cup finals match? We didn't score a goal. Who were South Africa's opponents in their first ever FIFA Soccer World Cup finals match? Congratulations if you said France. The answer, France. We lost to them 3-0 at the 1998 Soccer World Cup finals, which were held in that country. France, the answer to question 6. Question 7. In which South African town was MMA world champion Dricus du Plessis born? In which town was Dricus born? Dricus du Plessis, born in the town of Welkom. Not on the East Rand, as many suspect, born in the town of Welkom. Welkom, your answer to question 7. Question 8. What is Kwagga Smith's real name? He's got 2 Christian names. You get the point if you can give me one of them. What is Kwagga Smith's real name? I'm going to be really impressed if you got this one. Kwagga Smith's real name, Albertus Stephanus. You get the point if you give me one of those. Albertus Stephanus, Kwagga Smith's real name. That's the answer to question 8. We're on to question 9, boxing for that. Can you name South Africa's first ever world boxing champion? It happened way back in 1950. Winning the world bantamweight crown, Vic Tauweel. Vic Tauweel, the answer to question 9. 10th and final question. Who is the only South African tennis player to ever win the Australian Open men's singles title? Who is the only South African tennis player to ever win the Australian Open men's singles title? I'm going to be impressed if you get this one as well. Way back in the early 1980s, Johan Krick. Johan Crick, the answer to question 10. So that wraps it up. How did you go? It's a tough quiz. As I said, that's the point. Do you know your South African sport? Let us know in the comments how many you got out of 10. Anything above 8 and you're an absolute star. Be sure to check back soon. We'll be posting a new quiz every week.